And then I heard Teo did it. Teo, you doing everything to make yourself relevant, man. It's the taxes. He got taxes problem. It's the taxes that's killing him. So he trying to cash out. He was trying to fight, the world champ, the IBF world.
Keyshawn Davis, one of boxing's brightest rising stars, has rapidly made his mark on the sport. In just his 13th professional fight, he claimed the world title in spectacular fashion at Madison Square Garden, delivering a stunning fourth-round knockout against Berinchyk. This victory solidified his status among the elite in the lightweight division, proving he is a force to be reckoned with.
Man, it was a crazy event, man, electrifying event. It just feel like every single time I fight, man, it's just so energetic, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I be having the best build.
However, what should have been a moment of pure celebration quickly turned controversial when Teofimo Lopez entered the conversation. While he offered a congratulatory message, behind-the-scenes tension soon surfaced, sparking a heated feud that would escalate rapidly.
What made you mention my name in that interview? Just a question.
You said Crawford will beat me.
It's just an opinion. I don't like it. I hope you respect that point. I respect it.
Right after Keane's victory, Teofimo Lopez initially appeared supportive, posting a simple message on X: "Congratulations Keyshawn Davis and the DB3 team. Way to start the year." It seemed like a rare moment of sportsmanship from Lopez, who is known for his brash, unfiltered personality. However, beneath the surface, tensions had already been simmering. Davis soon dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through the boxing world, accusing Lopez of orchestrating a racist prank. According to Davis, a box of bananas and watermelons was sent to his hotel room before his fight with Berinchyk, an act he found deeply offensive. Davis didn't hold back in his response, taking to social media to blast Lopez. "I heard Teo did it. Teo, you're trying to do everything to make yourself relevant," Davis said. He further claimed that Lopez's actions stemmed from financial desperation. "It's the taxes that are killing him, so he's trying to cash out," Davis alleged. The comment alluded to long-standing rumors about Lopez's financial struggles despite his fame and success. Reports have suggested Lopez has mismanaged his earnings, and Davis was quick to capitalize on this narrative. He was trying to fight the IBF world champ, Richardson Hitchens, but that's not a big enough fight. He'd probably lose that junk. "So now he's trying to come this way," Davis said, referring to Lopez's unsuccessful attempt to secure a unification bout.
It's just a young kid trying to get clout, hasn't made anything, hasn't made no noise, can say what he wants to say, however, hasn't done the recognition, hasn't won a world title, so who is Keyshawn Davis? These guys want clout, do you guys not understand this? The moment they all get into the moment, right?
Davis made it clear that he had no intention of fighting Lopez under any circumstances. "Guess what? I ain't fighting you. I'm not helping you out. No, he declared. His refusal was firm and unapologetic, driven not only by anger over the alleged prank but also by a determination to deny Lopez a potential payday. "You're racist, bro. I'm not helping you out. If I fight someone like you right now, I'm helping you. We're making a lot of money. We're walking out of that ring millionaires, but I'm not going to fight you," Davis stated. The message was unmistakable. Lopez had crossed a line that, in Davis's eyes, could neither be forgiven nor overlooked.
This guy came to America to give me what niggas in watermelon with a note on it. It's unprofessional, and I feel like it's racist, and you just made this fight a little more personal.
While Davis's stance was crystal clear, Lopez's response or lack thereof added another layer of intrigue. Known for his quick wit and willingness to engage in verbal battles, Lopez remained uncharacteristically silent. His refusal to address Davis's accusations left fans and analysts speculating about his motives.
How you doing?
Some saw his silence as an admission of guilt, while others believed it was a strategic move to avoid escalating the situation. Either way, Lopez's reputation took a significant hit, and his lack of a rebuttal only reinforced the perception that he was in the wrong.
He gets on my nerves, and he do a lot of this. like somebody's really scared of him. But behind closed doors, every time I cross paths with him and his father don't say nothing. But in front of all these cameras, he get balls. Understand what I'm saying? But I'm me, 100%.
Before accusing Lopez, Davis had initially pointed the finger at Denys Berinchyk, his opponent in the title fight. In the lead-up to their bout, Davis repeatedly labeled Berinchyk a racist during press conferences, fueling an intense and hostile atmosphere. However, after the fight and after discovering that Lopez was allegedly behind the prank, Davis issued a lukewarm apology to Berinchyk on social media. "My bad," he wrote, a brief acknowledgement of his mistake. The apology did little to repair the damage. Many fans criticized Davis for making baseless accusations in the first place, arguing that his words had unfairly tarnished Berinchyks' reputation.
Same thing with Keyshawn Davis. Came up, asked for a photo from me. Me being who I am, I'm gonna give it to these guys. Man, I guess this is what it feels like to be on top, huh? This is what it feels like. Gosh, I haven't even...
Despite the controversy, Davis's victory over Berinchyk was nothing short of spectacular. His fourth-round knockout showcased his immense talent and potential, silencing critics who had doubted his ability to compete at the highest level. Berinchyk, a tough and experienced fighter, was expected to be a significant challenge, but Davis made it look effortless. The win not only secured Davis the world title but also cemented his status as one of boxing's most exciting rising stars. In the aftermath, Davis doubled down on his refusal to fight Lopez. "Go ahead and call me scared, I don't care," he said, dismissing any notion that he was dodging a tough opponent. "I'm not going to be the first one you fight. I'm not helping you out."
Teofimo Lopez, if he's saying he wants to fight, we're going to fight. Like, it's not going to be a situation where, oh shit, I need more of this, I need more of that.
Davis's comments reflected both confidence and defiance, but they also sparked questions about his future. Some boxing insiders speculated that his refusal to fight Lopez could limit his opportunities moving forward. While Davis is currently riding high after his victory over Berinchyk, turning down a bout with Lopez might be seen as a missed chance to further cement his legacy. A Davis-Lopez showdown would undoubtedly be one of the most highly anticipated fights in recent memory, featuring two of the sport's most explosive and outspoken fighters. However, Davis appeared unfazed by the potential fallout, choosing to stand by his principles rather than chase a lucrative payday.
I gotta ask, because obviously we saw it, Andy came, tried to give you the pound, you didn't seem too receptive. What did you think of that moment? Was you confused, like he was saying what up to you, or?
Beautiful too.
Lopez, meanwhile, finds himself at a crossroads. With his reputation tarnished and his financial situation under scrutiny, his future remains uncertain. If he hopes to stay relevant and repair his image, he'll need to take decisive action, whether by addressing the allegations head-on or securing a high-profile fight. One way or another, Lopez must make a statement both inside and outside the ring. However, it seems Lopez isn't particularly eager to fight Davis either. In response to Davis's accusations and refusal to face him, Lopez has now introduced a new stipulation. Before even considering a fight, Davis must first defeat his longtime amateur rival, Andy Cruz.
Honestly, like, amateurs is amateurs, bro. Like, that shit already passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hold no grudges with him. He calling me out. He building his career off of my name. You know what I'm saying? Every time he fight, he get on the zone. The commentators talk about me. You know what I'm saying? But
Teofimo's demand has ignited yet another round of debate, with boxing fans divided on whether Davis should prove himself or if Lopez is simply dodging the fight in his own way. But make no mistake, Lopez's challenge for Davis to face Andy Cruz isn't just an offhand remark. He knows exactly what he's doing. Cruz, the 2020 Olympic gold medalist from Cuba, has been Davis's kryptonite. How you doing, everybody?
How you doing?
In their amateur days, Cruz defeated Davis 3 times, with each loss stinging more than the last. It's a rivalry Davis has yet to avenge, and now, Lopez has weaponized it against him.
I ain't gonna get all rid of like that. Both had to earn our strike. You're not there yet. You still gotta beat Andy Cruz. You always agree. Somebody else is something that you into. You always agree. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about facts. I'm talking about you. And when you talk about me, it's facts.
By suggesting this matchup, Teofimo is playing both the psychological and promotional game. Not only does he aim to publicly embarrass Davis, but he's also adding another layer of complexity to an already heated feud. Interestingly, Matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn jumped on board with Teofimo's suggestion almost immediately. Hearn took to social media to express his enthusiasm, stating, "Me and Teo finally agree on something." This public endorsement highlights just how badly Hearn wants to see Andy Cruz face Davis. Since signing Cruz in 2023, Hearn has been eyeing this fight, seeing Davis versus Cruz as the perfect mix of unresolved business and a high-stakes showdown between two rising stars.
And white trim is one TKO with only one defeat, one draw, 16.
Hearn knows that a Davis vs. Cruz fight would not only be a moneymaker but also serve a bigger purpose. It could set the perfect stage for a future Lopez vs. Davis showdown. However, the problem is that Davis doesn't seem the least bit interested in facing Andy Cruz. While Teofimo and Hearn continue to hype up the potential fight, Davis has remained silent on the matter. Some believe his silence is due to a deep awareness of his own vulnerabilities. The last time he faced Cruz, Davis struggled to keep up with the Cuban's speed and footwork, ultimately falling short once again. Despite all his talk and bravado in recent months, stepping into the ring with Cruz would be a significant risk. If he were to lose again, it could damage his reputation in the sport and potentially eliminate any future opportunity to face Lopez.
It's gonna be me that got Teo off. Trust me. He is not tough. He's not that good. He don't understand business. He will jump in every single time. He needs somebody.
Critics have jumped on Davis's reluctance, with some questioning his ambition. One boxing analyst wrote, "If you could magically transplant Sugar Ray Leonard's guts into Keyshawn's body, he could be special." Others have accused Davis of caring more about chasing money than pursuing glory. His refusal to fight Cruz or any other top-tier talent has only fueled these accusations. Davis's next opponent, Miguel Madwa, doesn't exactly inspire confidence in his willingness to take on bigger challenges. While Madwa is a solid fighter with a respectable 31-3 record, he's not the caliber of opponent fans want to see Davis face. Some view it as just another soft matchup for Keyshawn, a tune-up fight that does little to push him closer to a world title. For someone who's been vocal about wanting a fight with Lopez, Davis's choice of opponents tells a different story.
And I will say this about Keyshawn. And I like Teofimo, man. Teofimo's a good dude, man. Great fighter. Got good twitch, good speed on him, good knowledge. You can't fuck with Keyshawn. I promise you.
Teofimo has called out Davis for his perceived lack of ambition, saying, "You're 0-3 against Andy Cruz. You still gotta beat him." For Teo, the math is simple. If Davis can't even beat the guy who's dominated him in the amateurs, he has no business calling out a former unified world champion. But it's not just about those amateur losses. Lopez also sees Davis as someone who feels entitled to a big payday without putting in the necessary work. "I ain't going to give it to you just like that," Lopez said in a recent interview. This entitlement narrative surrounding Davis has only gained traction. Davis, who is under the same top-rank banner as Lopez, seems to believe their shared promotional ties should automatically make a fight between them happen.
But he still lost 3 times to Andy Cruz, our fighter, and he'd never beat Andy Cruz, and Jaron Ennis can also confirm that, and Bozy can confirm that because he trains Andy Cruz. So I think if Keyshawn wants to fight before Gervonta Davis, sign us up for Andy Cruz.
But boxing doesn't work that way, especially not with someone as proud and strategic as Lopez. For Teofimo, Davis hasn't earned the right to share the ring with him, and until Davis makes serious moves, like fighting Cruz, Lopez seems content to keep him waiting. However, some fans are siding with Davis, arguing that Teofimo is using Cruz as a shield to avoid facing Keyshawn. Lopez's career has been marked by ups and downs, with recent performances leaving some to question whether he still has the hunger that once made him a champion. Critics of Teofimo argue that if he truly believed he could beat Davis, he wouldn't be creating obstacles. Instead, he'd take the fight and prove his dominance once and for all.
It seems like you bring Andy Cruz's name up, he get a little shaky.
No, he get upset. He get upset because Andy using his name. Don't nobody know that.
The Teofimo-Davis dynamic is further complicated by their respective fan bases. Lopez has a loyal following, but his brash personality and controversial remarks have earned him plenty of enemies. Meanwhile, Davis's star is rising, but his refusal to face top-level competition has made him a polarizing figure. Social media has become a battleground, with fans debating everything from who's ducking whom to whether Davis has what it takes to become a world champion. For Eddie Hearn, this entire saga is a promotional dream. Whether it's Davis versus Cruz, Davis versus Lopez, or even a multi-fight rivalry between the three, Hearn knows there's big money to be made. If Davis continues to resist the Cruz fight, Hearn may push even harder to make it happen. After all, Cruz is one of Matchroom's rising stars, and a win over Davis could launch him to the next level.
Tio can't go. I'm trying to tell you, he just can't. Like some people just can't. He just can't. He's not that. He can't. Like Tio's a person that fight people that's pressure. When somebody get to box him, he don't know what to do, bro. And that's I can do both. And I come with that mental. Like Tio can't fuck, bro.
As for Andy Cruz, the Cuban star has largely stayed silent throughout all of this. Cruz is known for letting his performances in the ring speak for themselves, and he's likely more than willing to face Davis again if the opportunity presents itself. A fourth victory over Davis would be a statement win for Cruz, potentially propelling him into title contention. Ultimately, the ball is in Keyshawn Davis's court. If he wants a shot at Teofimo Lopez, he may have no choice but to face Andy Cruz first. Whether Davis is willing to take that risk or continue pushing for a direct fight with Lopez remains to be seen. One thing is certain, though, the boxing world is watching closely, and the drama between Teofimo Lopez, Keyshawn Davis, and Andy Cruz is far from over.
You are good. You are real good. But there's levels to this game, Keyshawn.
Okay, we gonna talk about levels. Okay, just know it's levels.
Davis's win over Berinchyk added even more fuel to his rapidly rising star. Berinchyk, known for his toughness and rugged style, was expected to provide a real challenge. Instead, Davis outclassed him with sharp footwork, explosive counterpunching, and relentless pressure. The knockout victory not only earned Davis praise from boxing analysts but also highlighted how much he's evolved since turning pro. However, for Davis, beating Berinchyk isn't enough to silence fans clamoring for a Cruz showdown. The chatter surrounding their amateur rivalry refuses to die down, even though Davis believes he's far ahead of Cruz in the professional ranks. While Cruz remains undefeated at 5-0, Davis continues to argue that Cruz's professional resume doesn't justify a matchup just yet.
What would you say to them in that moment? Yeah. And then like you saying, translators be saying, like he be saying all that, my son and all that type of shit, so why would I even shake his hand? That's kind of like
Cruz's January 25th win over Omar Salito was technically solid but lacked the explosive flair that Davis showcased in his recent fight. Davis's frustration is evident. Why should he, fresh off a knockout of a WBO title holder, step down to fight a prospect with only a handful of pro fights? He's got to put in more work, Davis said after the fight. I just knocked out a champion. Cruz hasn't even faced anyone close to that level. I'm not ducking him, I just want him to prove he's ready first. This sentiment hasn't quieted Cruz's growing fan base. Many believe Cruz's amateur victories over Davis, particularly his win at the 2020 to 2021 Olympics, give him the psychological edge. However, Davis dismisses those amateur fights as irrelevant, emphasizing that the professional game is a whole different world. Amateurs don't mean expletive, ***, Davis said firmly. I'm a knockout artist now. Let's see if he can handle what I'm bringing when the time comes. Cruz's rapid rise in the rankings has added another layer of tension to the situation. He's already ranked number 1 by the WBC, number 3 by the IBF and WBA, and number 15 by the WBO. Critics of Davis are using these rankings as ammunition, arguing that Cruz has done enough to earn a shot. However, Davis believes Cruz's high rankings are premature and largely based on his amateur reputation, not on any significant tests in the professional ring. If Cruz is really that good, let him fight a top 10 guy first, Davis said. Then we'll see if he's ready for me. Rather than waiting on Cruz, Davis has set his sights on bigger names. He's made it clear he wants a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, although he doesn't believe that matchup will materialize anytime soon. Tank don't got the balls to fight me, ***, Keyshawn said bluntly. He's out here cherry-picking fights. I'm not going to hold my breath. More realistically, Keyshawn is now eyeing Isaac Pitbull Cruz, a fan-favorite brawler who recently defeated Angel Fierro in a Fight of the Year contender. Pitbull Cruz hasn't fought at lightweight since 2023, but Davis is open to negotiating a catchweight. That's a fight the fans would go crazy over, Davis said with confidence. Las Vegas, big arena, sold-out crowd, that's the kind of fight that puts you on the map even more. Pitbull Cruz's aggressive, no-nonsense style would likely create fireworks when paired with Davis's sharp counterpunching and speed. The matchup is also more realistic in terms of fan interest and financial reward, which Davis made clear is now a major factor in his decision-making.
Hey, Ron, you might be the next one, too. Last time we was in the ring, you felt this power.
So far, Andy Cruz has remained relatively quiet. While some view this as Cruz staying focused on his own journey, others see it as a missed chance to build more hype around a potential fight. Davis, however, doesn't seem bothered. He's made it clear he's in no rush. I'm going to keep knocking people out and moving up, Davis said. When the time is right, we'll see. But until then, I'm not wasting energy on Cruz.
Man, this was some heated sparring between Teofimo Lopez and Keyshawn Davis, man. Who y'all got winning in the actual fight? If this fight was to...
Despite Davis's stance, the boxing community isn't known for its patience. Fans are already expressing frustration over the lack of a clear plan for a Davis-Cruz fight. Many believe it's only a matter of time before the pressure becomes too much for either fighter to ignore.
Teofimo Lopez.
Both men are undefeated, have something to prove, and stand to gain a lot financially and in terms of legacy by settling their rivalry. However, Davis is counting on Cruz building his name further before any deal is made. With Cruz ranked highly by the major sanctioning bodies, it may only take one more impressive victory for the tables to turn.
Matias.
Better than Devin, better than Tio. I think he'll beat all of them.
Matias.
Why is that? Break that down. Because what makes him so terrific, though?
I just feel like he's just a fighter that everybody's staying away from right now. And
if there's one thing that's clear, it's that the Keyshawn Davis versus Andy Cruz rivalry isn't going anywhere. Both men are on a collision course, whether it happens next year or further down the line. For now, Davis is focused on bigger names, more significant fights, and his journey toward becoming a lightweight superstar. Until Cruz meets the standard Davis has set, the fight may have to wait. For now, Davis is content to let the world wait, but in boxing, time has a way of catching up. What do you think will happen next? Do you think Keyshawn will fight Andy Cruz anytime soon? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.